What's up, guys? It's Brandon Brightside. I'm back at it again, and this time, in this video, what I want to do is I want to tell you guys what's going on for tomorrow, because we are one day away from UFC 202, and I'm so hyped about it. You guys have no idea. Uh, I want to tell you guys what's going on with me tomorrow. I want to talk about the press conference, the Connor and Nate press conference. There was some awesome mental warfare going on, and there were some things that were being said without words being spoken. Okay, so I want to let you guys know what I mean by that. I also want to talk to you guys about the odds for all the fights tomorrow. Tell you guys what those are, and then I'm also going to tell you guys about which site you can bet on which underdog to make the best profit. Okay, so if you don't want to spend over that $100 limit, you want to put a flat $100 down or anything under $100, I'm going to tell you the which site to do it on if you want to bet online, and for which fighter. But I'd also like to say I'm not promoting any sites in this video, and I'm not encouraging you guys to bet. Okay? I personally do not bet anymore. I mean, I'm sure if the right person that I've known for a long time, who I know also really truly understands the sport, and if it's a personal thing, I might throw $5 here and there on a fight. Okay? I might. I won't lie. But I can't gamble on fights anymore because I find it very disrespectful, especially when, as an analyst, I visualize these fights 100 times before they happen, just like the fighters visualize. I visualize these fights 100 times before they happen, and I can see it going the other way, and I can see it. I don't know. It's a weird thing that when you're a martial artist, you want to respect everybody's form of martial arts, especially when you're not competing against them. You know what I mean? I'm not in the UFC, right? So I don't have any reason, and I don't have any aspirations to be there. So I don't have any reason to not respect their skills, and think, well, I'm better than that. I have no reason for that. So when I look at two fighters, I respect both their skills equally, and I look at different things. And that doesn't mean that doesn't mean I think a fucking Anderson Silva is on the same level as a new guy coming up. It sounds that way, but that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, I can see a nobody knocking out Anderson Silva. Okay? Just like Chris Weidman was relatively a nobody. He had the nice knockout over Mark Munoz. But how many people in that Mark Munoz fight really said, "Oh, remember when he submitted Jesse Bongfeld?" Not many people said that during that fight. They don't remember that. He wasn't a huge name. He wasn't a huge star. He did something pretty impressive, and it was like, oh, what the fuck else do we do? Middleweight's kind of fucked right now. Anderson's kind of fucked up the division. So, if you look at it, Chris was relatively a nobody. Okay, now he's not, but at that time he really was. Okay, so to say, well, that would never happen. Well, it happened. It happened. Happened already. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. It doesn't mean they're of equal skill, of equal experience, but this is fucking fighting. Shit happens. So I find it hard to bet, because I respect what happens in a fight. You know what I mean? And I don't want to be heartbroken when I bet $100 on somebody because I'm so sure they're gonna win, and then I watch this guy get KO'd. I'm out $100. Plus, I picked a guy I liked. I just watched the guy I liked get KO'd. You know what I mean? So I don't want to have that kind of emotion for it. So that's why I don't bet anymore. Just the respect for the fighters and the respect for myself to not have the emotion, to be able to detach from a fight to actually analyze it correctly. Okay? So that's why I don't bet. So that's what I want to talk to you guys about in this video. And I'm going to take a little break here. Give you guys a little bit of, I don't know, give you guys some dubstep music to play, and I'll be back in a minute to tell you guys what's going on tomorrow, and talk about the fight, the press conference, and then give you guys the odds and such. So stay tuned. Thank you guys. Welcome back, guys, and I hope you enjoyed that little bit of dubstep there. If you didn't, I apologize. But let's get right into this. I want to tell you guys what I'm doing tomorrow so you guys know to tune in. I'm going to go to my mom's house where my cousin is, and we're going to do a little podcast there. We're going to watch the fights there on the big TV. I just want to give you guys a little perspective on my cousin. He's a character, okay? He's a personality. He's a comedian, really. He's a comedian, but yeah, he plays this character, and honestly, he's been doing it since he was a kid. Like, the guy deserves it. He deserves a Grammy, or an Oscar, or whatever the fuck it is that you give. I think Grammys for fucking music, an Oscar, a fucking Golden Globe. I don't know what the fuck he would give him, but he deserves some kind of award for acting, because he's been pulling this off since he was young, I remember being a little kid, and he's pulling these skits, it's what they are, and it's hard to discern when he's being real, when he's a real person with you, and when you're in one of these skits with him, because you'll be a part of this skit and not know it. He's a master of improv when you don't know you're part of the improv, okay? So I think you guys will really enjoy the conversations we'll have tomorrow. It'll be, no doubt it'll be fucking hilarious, especially we're going to get a couple drinks in us. And that's when he really loosens up, because that's when all his ideas start to flow. So, really, you'll see some interesting shit definitely tomorrow in that podcast. So we're gonna do a little intro during the prelims, a little introduction to Jimmy. His name is James. Just thinking about shit that could happen tomorrow. I don't know if I'm dreading it or if I'm looking forward to it. I have no clue. I might turn out looking like an ass in front of him. You guys might like him more than me and be like, fuck this, get rid of this guy, let's get him on here. I don't know what's gonna happen. I really don't. But no doubt it will be interesting. So I definitely want you guys to tune into those. Plus, you'll get live updates on the fights if you don't have the chance to order them and watch them live, and you want those live results. You'll get a chance to have the live results because we'll of course be screaming them out. Plus, you're gonna get a little bit of our commentary, and he's fucking hilarious when he watches the fights. Don't be surprised if you hear the words, "Look at that well-built black man," because I'm telling you, Jimmy is appreciative of the male form. I wouldn't say he's gay. I wouldn't. because he's definitely not gay. But his character, he's got a character that definitely crosses that line sometimes. So I wouldn't be surprised if you hear some interesting shit come out of his mouth during the walkouts even. So definitely tune into that because it'll be some funny commentary for sure. So with that little introduction to what will be happening tomorrow, let's go back a couple days to what happened a few days ago with the 202 press conference. So, give you guys a little background. I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm sick. I'm rubbing my nose and I'm scratching, and probably look like I'm on some hardcore drugs right now, but I don't know what's wrong. My throat's really scratchy, my nose is all stuffed up, so I apologize, guys. Touching my face a lot. It's not good for the camera, but I do apologize for that. But let's pass that. You know, I'm rambling on here. Let's get back to a couple days ago. So, set you guys up for what happened. UFC held a press conference in a room. They didn't have much time. It was just going to be a short little press conference anyways. I guess Conor didn't, I guess there were some wires crossed, and Conor didn't know what time he was supposed to be there, and the time he was given was the time they were supposed to be out, or around the time they were supposed to be out, or around the time they were supposed to be starting to wrap things up. So Conor wasn't there for the first 15, 20 minutes or so. So the first couple questions in this press conference, where's Conor, you know, why is Conor here? Dana pretty much shut that down right from the start. Said, you know, any more questions about Conor, like anything that doesn't involve Conor, you know, Conor's not here. He won't be here. He's apparently on his way, but he won't be here for this first little bit. So save your questions if you have them, get them later, you know. Shut that down right away. He's pretty much said Conor's got to respect everybody's time up here. These guys' time, your time. Don't let them run all over you type thing. He said that right to the press, you know. So yeah, so Conor wasn't there the first little bit. So they stopped with the Conor questions. I gotta rub my nose. I'm sorry, guys. Ah, man, so itchy. So itchy. Okay. So Conor wasn't there. So we got questions to, a little bit of questions to Glover and Anthony. They were very cordial. Got some questions to Nate. Nate was, you know, talking his normal shit. He wasn't amping shit up. Nate was talking his normal shit, getting his point across, what he wanted to say out there, right? So Conor shows up about 15, 20 minutes into the press conference. Conor shows up, and Conor gets asked, you know, what was up? Where were you? Was kind of the first question I think he got asked. He says, you know, oh, I thought I was supposed to be here at 1:45 or 1:15 or 1:30. He says something like that, around 1 o'clock. I guess I wasn't. You know, he's open, honest about it, I guess, if that's the honest answer. Maybe he just didn't want to show up. Maybe that was part of his plan. Who knows? But that's what he says. He then gets asked another question, and that's when the Conor warfare starts. You could see a different Conor. You know, he was starting to snap back to the old cocky Conor, because after, and what I mean by that is after the Nate fight, Conor did lose some of that cockiness, some of the arrogance. Okay, the confidence was still there. Okay, but the cockiness, the arrogance was gone, because he knew he couldn't talk all that shit without, well, Nate beat you already, coming right back in his face. So he knew he couldn't go all out the way he would before. So he dialed it back a bit. Okay, still trying to sell tickets, still trying to sell the fight again, because he wants the fight again. But he dialed it back. He brought it back a lot. So in this press conference, Conor started to kind of tune it up a bit. We're getting closer to the fight, you know, sell those last minute tickets. So Conor started to get a little bit amped up, and I'll fuck his whole crew up. He's training with bums again, you know, all that bullshit. So Nate just gets up and walks off. They're talking back and forth still, you know, Conor on the microphone, Nate off walking through the crowd with Jake and Nick and, you know, security guards and the crew, you know, the scrap pack. They're all going their way, talking shit. Conor's on the stage still talking shit. Conor starts saying, fuck you, get the fuck out of here, fuck you, you'll do nothing, you'll do fucking nothing, I'll fuck your whole crew up. And so Nate throws a water bottle. So Conor gets up and grabs 2 monster cans, he drops a monster can, goes to pick a monster can up. As he's doing this, Dana's yelling and screaming, Conor, don't throw that can, Conor, don't throw that can. Conor tosses the cans, goes back for some more. Dana's yelling, somebody grab him, you know, this is over, this is scrapped, this is done. So yeah, we have somebody grab Conor. I can't recall who it was right now, but somebody grabs Conor, pulls him back. You know, Glover and Anthony are just kind of sitting there like, motherfuckers, like, we don't have to do a goddamn thing. We're getting those fucking pay-per-view points, and these motherfuckers are doing all our work. We don't have to talk shit. We can be cordial. We'll be cordial. That's good. Hey, how you doing, Glover? Oh, I'm good, Anthony. How are you? You know, the Glover was even kind of like shit. Glover looked a little scared. You know, it was fucked up. Anthony was kind of like, ah, fuck, this is another day. This is another day. Glover's like, fuck, I haven't seen this shit since I was at home. Fuck me, like back in this shit again. You know, Glover was fucking pulling his chair forward, like, fuck, don't hit me with no bottles, man. Just put it, you know, put the head down. It's like when there's a fight in class that doesn't involve you or any of your boys, you just, fuck it, let him go. You just let, you know, that was kind of the Glover, yeah, fuck it, let him go. Yeah, it was good. You know, some people were like, oh no, it wasn't as chaotic as you think, but it was good. But I said in the start of this video, there was some things being said that weren't being said. You know, so I broke down pretty much the basis of what was being said. But I also gave you guys what was being done, but not to a full extent. So I want to rewind to the moment when Conor steps foot in, okay? And tell you guys what I saw from both, from that moment to the end of the press conference, okay? And the non-verbal cues I saw. What I saw in that press conference, Conor walks in and the crowd goes nuts. That doesn't bother Nate. You know, they kind of even pan Nate. Nate looks over, sees he's there. He's like, yeah, okay, finally shows up. Let's hear what he has to say. Right? So, like I said, Conor gets asked the question, gives his answer. Nate's just sitting there. Nate does his thing at press conferences. He sits there like this, has the mic down on the table, right? And that's a big thing too. The mic is down on the table and away from him. Nate has to reach and grab the mic, pull the mic to him, put the mic back. Okay, that's what a lot of people do when when they know the questions aren't coming or aren't really meant for them. You know, a lot of guys do that, and a lot of guys that aren't even comfortable on the mic, they'll do that. Not saying Nate's not comfortable on the mic. Nate's comfortable. You know, he's comfortable. He doesn't want to be there, but he's comfortable there. So that's how, you know, that's what Nate does. He sits there like this. The way Conor sits, he's ready for those questions. He's opened, okay? Nate closes. Nate's very closed, okay? That's why he sits like this. I sit like that when I don't want to talk to somebody or when I'm trying to get my point across to somebody. Okay, I'll lean my head in over it, saying I can get to you, but you can't get to me. See, that's the foundation. That's a mental thing that he's doing. Okay, it's a non-verbal cue. He's closing everybody else off. Ask him the fucking questions. He's here. Let's hear what he has to say. Because Nate wants to know what he has to say. Nate wants to know what's in his head. It's a big part of this. It's a mental war that's going on. Okay? So don't get it twisted. Nate did want to hear what Conor had to say. Nate got a big advantage there because Conor didn't get to hear what Nate was saying with Nate there, you know, while Conor was there. Right? Conor can think, oh, he wouldn't have said that if I was here. That would have went differently, just like Nate did. But Conor doesn't know that. But Nate can be like, yeah, look how it went when I was there. When he showed up, look how it went. He got all pissy. That's what Nate can say. Right? So Nate got a big little mental advantage there. But that's why Nate sits like that, okay? But Conor sits back like this. He's wide, he's open for he's trying to receive the questions. He's sitting there. Answer. Come on. Give me. I got answers. Give me those questions. I've got lines. Give me those questions. Come on. He's got the mic right there in front of him. He doesn't have to reach for it. He puts that mic down right in front of him. So the second you ask him a question, he just pulls that mic off the table. Just like Chael used to do. He'd pull that mic just right off the table. That tip of the mic is right at the end of the table. So he can rip that thing off there and right in his face, and he can just start going. You know? He'll tilt to the side so his face isn't obstructed. Look at me. Look at me. Okay? These are mental cues. These are things people don't pick up on. Okay? And it's a little insight into their minds that they're most likely not fully aware of. Maybe a little bit, but not fully aware of. Okay? And that's how Conor sits at every press conference, not this one. And that's how Nate sits at every press conference, not this one. You know what I mean? So, it's a little insight into their minds. So, yeah, he grabs the microphone right off the table. He starts going. Nate's sitting there like this. He starts doing his thing. Nate gets up and walks off. And this fucks with Conor, okay? This already kind of sparks that fire. Conor's already kind of like, wait, what the? You can't flip the script on me. I didn't show up for you. You can't walk out on me. You're supposed to sit here and take the shit. I'm supposed to talk to you, okay? That's what's going through Conor's mind. The second Nate gets up, Conor goes from sitting back to leaning forward. Why? Because he's saying, look, I just dominated that room. I dominated this room right here. He's walking away. He's trying, even though he's pissed off and he's not thinking that, he's thinking, I need to show them that. He's playing the act, okay? He's playing it up. He's trying to show the room, look, I'm the aggressor here. He's walking away. I'm still here. I'm right here. Look, okay? Look at me. That's what he's doing. He's pushing himself to the camera, okay? He's getting aggressive. He's leaning forward on the table, right? He's got the mic in his hand still. He's bitching, he's going, he's moaning, he's groaning, right? He's doing his thing. Nate's going in the back, but you can't hear Nate. And Nate knows in his head, if I walk away, he's got another 5, 10, 15 minutes to talk shit about me now. I just gave him the advantage he gave me back. How do I shut this shit down? How do I shut this shit down? Okay? The best fucking way possible. Start a brawl. You start a fucking brawl, you're shutting that shit down. Did DC Cormier go on very much longer? No. No. You start a brawl, shit's over. Okay? That's why Nate throws the water bottle. And Nate doesn't throw the water bottle because he loses his cool. Okay? I think it was Brendan Schaub said, oh, well, Nate loses cool there, that's not good. You should have just said the entire time, oh, well, I already beat your ass. That should have been the answer to every question. I already whooped his ass, and this and that and that, you know? Yeah, that's true. That should have been the answer to every question. That would have got so much heat, like, especially from Nate. It would have been so much heat, you know, so much hype. But Nate wasn't mad there. I disagree with that. When Nate throws the water bottle, there's a split second. They show his face because he throws it. They show his face, and there's a split second he smiles. He smiles right after he throws it. Okay? He smiles because he knows he's setting Conor off. He knows it. He knows he's pissing him off. He knows he's getting to him. That's why he smiles. But if he's not like that, the way he's gonna smile the whole time at you, okay? He's gonna crack that smile and then go back to serious, because that's gonna piss you off more. If he's smiling at you, yeah, that's gonna piss you off. But like if he's smiling at you the whole time, right? That's gonna piss you off. But think about this: if he does one little thing and then cracks one little smile, like, yeah, I got you, and then goes back to what are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do now? Right? That to you, showing you're getting aggressive over a little thing to him. As big as that was to you, that only cracked a little smile. As much aggression that brought out of you, that brought a little happiness to him, which means there's more coming. There's more coming. That's what that's showing. Okay? Excuse my dog over here, coming down the stairs making loud noises, see? But, yeah, that's what he's showing there when he cracks that little smile. There's more coming, man. Connor freaks out. He freaks out. There's such an adrenaline rush there when that happens. Connor jumps up, grabs the monster cans, and he's so hyped up he fiddles with the monster cans and drops one. Because it's the adrenaline rush. I'm telling you, that's why he dropped it. Because he wasn't in control. He wasn't calmly walking over like, I'm going to toss something back at this motherfucker. No. He was, fuck this. He just threw fucking water at me. Did you just throw water on the king? Fuck you. That's what he was thinking, man. I'm telling you. That's exactly what he was thinking. Connor started to get that confidence back. That was what he was thinking. And Nate went, I'm going to take that confidence. I got to fucking knock him back down a peg before this fight. Fuck him, man. I got to put that doubt back in his mind. That's what he did. Talk all your shit now. Who's listening? You don't got a camera in front of you now. You don't got no fucking mic in front of you now. Go and bitch to John Kavanaugh. That's what Nate's thinking. I'm telling you. But, so that's what I saw from that press conference. There was a mental warfare going down. Okay? There was mental warfare going down. Connor gave the first point to Nate. Okay? But, in giving the first point to Nate, by not showing up to the press conference for that first little bit, he also gave himself the power, because people, right off the bat, yo, where's Connor? Okay, so Connor got that point too. So he sacrificed a point to Nate, but he gave himself a point in the same process. Okay, so that's 1-1 at that press conference in mental warfare. He then, when he showed up, okay, was about to start, racking up the points, and Nate went, nope, no you won't. I'm not gonna be your fucking punching bag. I'm fucking stoned as fuck, probably. Stoned out of his mind. He's like, fuck this, man. I'm not doing this. Too tired. And it was funny because the question that was being asked by Ariel as Connor walked in. And he was asking Nate, how much do you weigh? Connor said, you weigh about 200 pounds. And he was, man, I weigh fucking about 175. About 175 is what I weigh. And then he hears the crowd go nuts and looks over, sees Connor, and he goes, about 190. About 190. That's a little bit of mental warfare there, too. You think I weigh 200 pounds, you dumb fuck? Yeah, I weigh about 200 pounds. Yep. 200, 190. 190 is more like it. I cut a little bit. I was getting fat. Okay? That's the sarcasm. That was sarcasm, man. Nate was fucking, yeah, okay, yeah, you're here. Let the games begin. So Nate took a point there right when fucking Connor walked in. But Connor took one too. That's the crowd. But that was why Nate said it. Okay, because Connor was right there. Yeah, okay, you dumb fuck. Okay, because he did originally say 175. He did. So there's 2-2 there now. Mental warfare at this press conference. Okay. Connor's about to rack in the points, and Nate goes, nope, I'm leaving. Fuck you. Gets up, walks away. There's 3-2 for Nate. Connor starts talking all that shit. Connor still has the mic in his hand. That's 3-3. Connor still has the mic in his hands. So it's Connor's shit that's important. Connor's the shit that you're hearing. It's Connor's voice. It's Connor's face you're really seeing. Because he's the one you're hearing. So the camera just pans to him. They pan to him way more. Because he's the one on stage. So that's 3-3. Nate throws the water bottle and cracks that smile. That's 4-3. Okay? Connor gets angry and throws those cans back. That's not a point. It's not a point. Dana had to shut the press conference down. Nate was already leaving. It was Connor that wanted to talk. It's a point for Nate. That's 4-2. In mental warfare, that's 4-2. Nate beat him down at that press conference in mental warfare. If you see it the way I see it. Okay? And he did it by countering. He did it by countering. That press conference went down the same way the fight went down. The same way the fight went down, that press conference happened. To me, that's amazing. That's amazing. I saw the first fight literally playing through from start to finish, from the moment Connor walked into it was the fight over again. Okay, so tomorrow for me, this is like Connor and fucking Diaz 3. It's amazing. I saw some great mental warfare going on there. I thought it was fucking awesome. So that's what I saw from the press conference, man. Like it was a good press conference. And if you guys haven't seen it, I highly recommend you guys go look up that fucking press conference. All you really got to type in, you want to see it, you type it in on YouTube. It's on the fucking UFC's page. Okay, type in fucking UFC 202 McGregor Diaz press conference throwing bottles. You're gonna find it. You're gonna find it, man. I'm telling you, it was funny shit. It was a good thing to watch. So I'm gonna go for another break here. Give you guys some more dubstep. No, you know what? I'll give you guys a little bit of some rap, and I'll be back to talk to you guys about the odds and about where to spend your money if you choose or were choosing to already. Okay? I'm not encouraging anybody to do this, remember. Okay? I'm not encouraging someone to go and bet on the underdogs. But what I'm saying is, if you were already picking Glover, and you were going to bet on Glover, and you were going to bet online, I'm going to tell you what site you would want to bet on Glover on. Okay? That sounded fucked. What site you would go to bet on Glover to make the best return on your money. That's what I'm going to tell you. That was way better. So, take you guys to break, give you guys some music, and I will be back to share those facts with you. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys again very soon. Okay, welcome back, guys. Before anybody says anything, yes, I changed my shirt. It's very hot in my house right now. I got the fan going, but that's not helping. So yeah, I changed my shirt. Get over it. So now what I want to get for you guys is the odds, the average odds, and tell you guys where to put your money. But I'm also going to do a little bit of bonus predictions that I promised people. So let's get right into that. So go to the average odds here for every fight here. I am gonna skip like the first fight on the card just because it's been switched around so much. There's a little confusion there on who's even really fighting. So if you guys do know for sure who's fighting, be free to put it in the comments below. But at this point, I honestly don't even know who's fighting in that first fight because it's been switched up quite a bit. But Colby, Covington, and Max Griffin. We have Colby at -345 and Max at +285 on average. And then we have the Magny and Larkin fight. We have Larkin at +120 as the underdog, and Magny at -140. Then we have Marcos and Casey. Marcos is -140. Casey is -120. We have Pennington and Phillips, and that's -260 for Pennington and +220 for Phillips. And then we have Lobov and Avila. I'm going to skip that fight too, just because of how close it really is. I'll tell you the odds here, though. They're -115 and 105. Then we have Garbrandt and Mitsugaki. We have -600 to +40, 450 for Mitsugaki being the underdog, and for Garbrandt. And then we move on to the main card. We have Means and Hamasi, however you say his name, however you say any of these guys' names. I apologize if I say any of their names wrong, even though most of them I know down pat. So we got Means at -440 and Hamasi at +350. We have Lim at -270 and Perry at +230. We have Cerrone at -165 and Story at +145. Johnson -210 and Teixeira +175. And McGregor -130 and Diaz is +110. Those are average odds, and those are not the odds on every site. Just keep that in mind. Those are the average over a survey of websites. So keep that in mind, please. Now let's get right on to where to put your money if you are betting on the underdogs. So Covington and Max Griffin. I'm going to give you guys a little bonus prediction here. I'm going to say Covington's second round submission. That's just, I'm not really going to break this one down. Just watch this fight. Anything could happen, but I'm going to say Covington second round submission. But if you are betting on Max and you want to get the best money back, you would want to go. Let's take a look at these here. Your best bet to get your best return would be 5dimes.com, I assume. I'm assuming it's .com. If I'm mistaken, I'm sorry. And again, I'd like to say I'm not promoting any of these sites. I'm just trying to get you guys the best value. That's a +295 to -325 for Covington. But if you're voting on Griffin, +295 at 5 dimes, it's pretty good. So I'll tell you guys what you're gonna make on a $50. Okay, because obviously at $100 you're gonna make $295. You know, so you're making $195 back. But on $50, we'll cut this in half for you guys right away, right? You get $147.50 on $50, you know. So you're almost tripling your payout betting on Max there at 5 dimes. So if you want to bet on Max Griffin, once again, you would go to 5 dimes for +295. anything under $100, you're still going to make a little bit of money there. So that would be the place to go. So now we have Larkin and Magny. So and I just wanted to point out a little thing, because I did break this down. It was pointed out in my comments I might have underplayed Larkin's wrestling defense, and I apologize if it seemed that way. Larkin does have amazing wrestling defense. He really does. He's got some great wrestling defense. So this fight will be really good. If you didn't see my prediction and my breakdown on that fight, and you guys would like to, I'm sure it'd be at the side. If not, I'll put a little link to it maybe. So let's get into this one. If you are betting on Lorenz Larkin, who is the underdog in this fight, and you wanted to make a quick $25, that's really what your best bet is. Quick $25 on a $100 bet. So it's not the best. But if you wanted to do it, and you were confident enough in Larkin to spend that money, you would want to go to sportsbook.com, where they have him at plus 125 to minus 155. So that would be where you would want to go, is sportsbook.com. Now, Randa Marcos and Courtney Casey. We have Courtney as the underdog, and to make the most money on her, a quick $30. If you choose to, if you are that confident in her, you would go to where is this? William Hill. William Hill would be the site you would want to go to. Sorry about that, boys. William Hill would be where you would like to go to make some money. Now, if you'd like to make a little bit more money, rather than this $25 and $30 stuff, bet on Elizabeth Phillips. If you are confident in her, you could make a $130 return here on $100. I'll give you guys what a $50 return would be in a minute. But they have her plus 230 to minus 250 against Raquel here on 5 dimes. So we'll tell you what that $50 return would be. What did I just say here? I'm losing track already on what I said. 230. Okay, so type in 230 here. You get $115. So yeah, doubling your money. Still doubling your money. A little over double your money. You make $115 on a $50 bet. So you're making $65 there. That's pretty good, for sure. So again, that would be on 5 dimes. They have her at plus 230. Like I said, I'm going to skip the Artem and Chris fight just because it's so close. And on that Raquel and Elizabeth fight, give my prediction here. I'm going to go, see, the safe bet would be Raquel second round submission. But Raquel's a girl that chases that TKO, and I think if you watch Elizabeth, she definitely fights a style that leaves her open for a TKO loss. That's for sure. So I think this might be that fight that Raquel gets that TKO, because she's a banger for sure. So I'm gonna say Raquel. That's my little bonus prediction for you guys there. The second round TKO, even though the safe bet would be second round submission would be the safest bet. If you're betting with your friends, you want to hustle them a bit, that would probably be your best option. So now let's go to the Mitsugaki Garbrandt fight. Now, see, if Mitsugaki were to pull this off, it is to pull this off, and you guys are betting money on him, you guys are going to make some money. Okay, you guys are definitely going to make some money. A lot of these sites have them pretty close, but the two that are really in the lead, we got 5 dimes has them at plus 450 to minus 525, and then we have Sportsbet has them at 449 to minus 541. So those would be the places you would want to bet if you are betting on Takai. For sure, those would be the places. Again, that was Sportsbet and 5 Dimes, where you would want to put your money. So a $50 return on $450. Let's get that, guys. Let's get that for you. We'll let you know. $450. You're gonna make $225. Okay, $225 is what you guys will be making if you bet $50 on Takai at one of those websites there that I had mentioned before. So it's a pretty good deal, but that's only if you would like to bet on Takai. I mean, it's a pretty big underdog there. Another pretty big underdog here, we have Homasi. I'm sorry, guys, I'm gonna just take a drink here. We have Homasi. A lot of these guys have him pretty close, for sure. Again, sorry about that, boys. A lot of these sites have him pretty close in value, but the standout that I see right away again would be 5 Dimes. They have him at plus 355 to minus 400 on Tim Means. Both of these improving on the line, but yeah, plus 350. That's a nice one too. If you would want to bet on Homasi as an underdog. 355 payback, that's not bad at all. And on $50, $177.50 back for for $50. So just over 3 to 1 for Homasi. If you were gonna bet on him, you are making some money there at 5 Dimes. That is for sure, boys. Let's move on to oh, and I got asked for a prediction and a breakdown on this one back when it was Sean Strickland and Means, and then it got all confusing. I actually promised the prediction while he was already out, while Strickland was already out, and I didn't remember it, so I commented and said, "Oh yeah, of course I will." And then right after I commented, I was like, "Oh wait, Strickland's out. Shit, I can't do that video." So I'll give you guys a prediction on this fight for sure. Tim Means, I'm gonna go. Oh man, this is a hard one. They both like to bang. I mean, Tim Means is a former professional boxer. I mean, not many fights, 3 fights or something. Got KO'd, I think, too. But he likes to bang for sure. He's got some hands on him. Homasi's got some hands on him too, man. Homasi's got some serious hands. So being such a huge underdog, that I think that comes more from experience, more face value. You know, people obviously are betting on Means more, so I think that's where the huge underdog comes from. I don't think he's that big of an underdog for sure. That's why this is one of those fights that if you were going to and you have faith in him, for sure, yeah, man, you could make some money, for sure. This is one of those fights I would probably be like, if I was still betting, I would look at my friends. You want to go for the odds, man? Do you want to do the odds? You know, I'll put 5 in. You know, if Homasi wins, I get 15 from you. If he loses, you get my 5. And my buddy's being stupid as fuck with, okay, I'll do that. So, you know, that's how you make your money around your friends, right? So, that would be something I would do back in the day. Not encouraging it, boys. Not encouraging it, but that would be something I would do for sure. But I'm for sure going to say Tim Means, 3rd round. I want to give him the KO. I do want to give him the KO, and I could see it being a KO of the night situation. I could definitely see it being a fight of the night situation too. But I want to give him a TKO. 3rd round TKO for Tim Means is my prediction on that one. And it's hard to throw predictions out there without giving you guys a breakdown. Please understand how much I hate that, but I'll do it. I'll do it, I guess. Giant hypocrite from me, eh? So let's move on to Lim and Perry there. We have Perry as the underdog, which I think is rightful, but maybe not this much. He is on a couple sites here. We have him at 230, plus 230. You know, but for the highest plus minus, I'll give you those. So if you're betting on Mike Perry, where you would want to bet would be William Hill or Sports International, I think is what it's called. Yeah, because they have him at plus 230. Yeah, plus 230 to minus 303 at William Hill, and plus 230 to minus 315 at Sports International. And yeah, I gave you guys what the plus 230 return would be, but I'll give it to you guys again real quick. For $50, that's 115 bucks on a $50 pay right there. So yeah, moving on, we have Cerrone and Story, which it is a very close fight. Not gonna make very much money on it, for sure, if you are betting on Story, who is the underdog. But you want to make a quick 40 bucks, you know, quick 20 bucks even if you want to bet 50, you know, get 70 bucks back, and bet on Story. Your best place to be would be William Hill, because they have him at plus 138 to minus 175 for Cerrone. So that would be your place to make a quick 20 bucks. However you choose, if you choose to, picking with Donald Cerrone. So, sorry about that, boys. So then you want to go to Glover and Anthony. Where do we want to go? We would want to go to William Hill. Has Glover at plus 190. So you guys want to make a quick 45 bucks. You know, some people would say a safe 45 bucks. I wouldn't say safe 45 bucks because nothing's really safe, especially when you get up there in the high divisions. But some would say you want to make a safe 45 bucks, a safe $90. Bet your 50, bet your 100 on Glover for sure at William Hill. They have him plus 190 to minus 250 for Anthony. That would be the place for sure to be betting on Glover, if you guys choose. I mean, I'm not telling you guys, hey, go bet for these underdogs, right? I'm just telling you guys where to get your best return for sure. And I mean, I wouldn't be betting on the Nate and Connor fight, at least not at this point. I wouldn't be going for last minute bets. The line is so even, you know, it's very, very close to the line at all sites. I definitely wouldn't be betting at this point, guys. Would not recommend it at all. You're not gonna make a fucking thing. A couple bucks, you know, buy yourself a sandwich if you win, that's about it. Unless you're a big baller, you know, you wanna spend a couple grand, you might make a couple hundred. But if you're betting by odds, you're betting through a site, you're betting through a legitimate booker, probably not going to make that much. So yeah, but if you are going to bet online, you want to bet that $100, make your 16. That's the high here, guys. You would go to Pinnacle.com to bet on Nate Diaz, plus 116 to minus 131 for Conor McGregor at Pinnacle.com. So that would be where you guys would want to go to place your bets on the underdogs. Again, I know I sound like a broken record, but I do not want to encourage you guys to do this. I am just telling you guys simply what the odds are. And if you guys wanted to check them out before you placed last minute bets, check them out for what they are after you've already placed bets. I'm just telling you guys what they are. So that's what this was. I gave you guys a couple little predictions there too. Let me just take one last look at this card here, and I'll count off the predictions I gave you. See if I'll give you guys another one. We got one prediction. Okay, so there's 3 right at the top. I gave you there. There's another 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'll leave you guys with 7. 7's enough. 5 videos and then 2 predictions here. The Raquel prediction and the Means prediction. So if you guys want to see my predictions on McGregor Diaz, Johnson Teixeira, Cerrone, Story, Mitsugaki Garbrandt, and Larkin and Magny, you guys check them out at the side or check them out on my channel for sure. I would love for you guys to comment on any of my videos. I often comment back because I like to have a massive conversation with people. You know, subscribe if you want to. I hate telling people that. You know, do your thing down below. You guys know how this works. You know, you like the video if you like the video. I even appreciate when people honestly dislike a video and they're like, okay, I really just don't like it, and they dislike it. I appreciate that because that means I either said something that pissed them off enough that they spent the time to dislike my video, right? Or that they care enough to dislike a video, right? And if they do dislike a video, all I hope is that they leave a comment telling me why. So maybe I can improve on that. But honestly, I appreciate everything. Everything you guys do for my channel. A view, a subscription, a like, a dislike, a comment. I appreciate all of it. That's why I don't like telling you guys what to do. And I don't like saying stuff like subscribe and comment. I don't like it. I just like saying do your stuff down below because you guys know how this works and you guys know what you want to do. Okay? So do your stuff down below. Do whatever you guys want. Enjoy the videos at the side if you choose to. Enjoy your money that you make if you do make money. And if I have led you down the wrong path in some weird way in this video, I apologize. And I'll just say it one more time. I am not encouraging you guys to bet. And in none of my other videos will I encourage you guys to bet. I just know a lot of people do like to bet. They like to know the odds. And they like to know people's opinions. So, from someone who has made money betting, I'm going to tell you not to bet. You know what I mean? That's my thing. But I'm not a hypocrite. Do what you want. You know, do what you want. But I personally will not be betting on any of these fights. Just remember that, guys. Again, thank you very much. I am done with this video. Again, have a good day and enjoy UFC 202. The day is here. It is now 3 o'clock by the time I'm finishing this video. Actually, it's 3:30. So it's Saturday. It's fucking go time, boys. It is Diaz McGregor. Like, it is fucking go time. I'm so happy. I'm ready. I hope you guys are ready. If you see this video before the fights, please tune in to our breakdown video, our live fight companion video, and please tune into our podcast. I actually just met up with James earlier tonight around 11 o'clock, and just kind of gave him a rundown, and he is on. I'll tell you guys that. He is on point. I could not stop laughing. He pulled out about 4 or 5 different characters in a matter of 30 seconds. You know, I'm starting to just think that maybe he's schizophrenic or bipolar. You know, I'm starting to think maybe he hears some voices, a little bit of actual split personality disorder. I have no idea what's going on with this guy, but it is hilarious. So again, tune into those guys. I really want to thank you for watching this video. I know it's been very long, but I hope it's been entertaining and useful for you guys. So yeah, I'll see you guys tonight. I'm gonna try and catch some sleep. So thanks guys. Good luck in your life.